Okay, so welcome back to some more MX versus ATV Supercross Encore, and today we're going to take a look at the new bike skins that they just dropped into the Motoclub Depot, that being the Kawasaki and the Yamaha. The first one we are going to take a look at is the KX450F. Yes, we are at Savannah again, but I feel like this is an easier, shorter track, and since I kind of mess around with all the different camera angles, sometimes like the slot cam I have trouble in. I struggle in this camera angle sometimes, and so to have an easier track to kind of test it out on, just makes it easier. So before we get started, let's do a 360 view just so you can kind of see it. I was messing around a little bit on it already, so it is kind of dirty, but you kind of can get an idea of what it looks like in game actually, which is where you'll mostly be seeing it. And I think it looks really good. I think they did a good job with all the bikes that are in the game, and I'm really happy that they finally brought us the Kawasaki and the Yamaha. So I believe it's $2.99 per skin or $7.99 for the bundle. I didn't do the bundle, but if you want that, it's an option you can do. You save a little bit of money. And yeah, let's just get this started and see how cool it is. Now, some guys have claimed that they think that some bikes are better than other ones, like they actually feel better, handle better. I personally think they all feel exactly the same. And from the little bit of riding this one already, I think it feels exactly the same as all the other ones do. But that could just be me too. Let's switch to some third-person action, get a lap in this. Love the little wheel tap. Let's try and throw a little whip here. Like a little baby whip. And we're just gonna double because we lost all our momentum for that. Take that inside line, that's what I'm talking about. It was pretty goony. But the main thing is, the skin looks good. That's the main thing. And let's go first person for the heck of it, because then you can see all the camera angles and know what it'll look like no matter what, if you want to buy it. Gonna avoid the whip a little bit. I don't know, lately when I whip in first person in this game, it like freaks me out. Like, I don't know, almost like, not really a headache or anything, but it just freaks me out because it spins you around so badly. I don't know, that camera angle just freaks me out. I know we came up short on that, but I just wanted to kind of show you. It just, I don't know. It's like in MXGP2, it doesn't completely spin you around. Now, it's something that's kind of cool because, you know, of course it's gonna look a little different when you do that, but yeah, so we'll throw one more big whip and try and bring it back. Wow, we almost didn't get that back. That was pretty sick. So that's the KX450F. Again, I think it looks really good. I don't think there's one bike skin that they've done yet that I'm not happy with. I think they all look really good. If I could zoom in closer, I would. I can't. That, you know, this is the new feature they added where you can zoom out and everything, which I think looks really cool if you're just doing a lap, but I can only zoom in, you know, yay far. Can't really go in any closer than that. So that's the skin. It looks really, really good. And $2.99, you know, it's like, it seems a little pricey, but I'll pay it. I like the game a lot, so I'll pay it. Plus, I think they do a very, very good job in making them. They look really good. Compared to the real life thing. So that's the KX450F. I'm gonna jump on over, pick up the YZ450F, and we'll come right back. So we're back at Savannah. I just picked up the YZ450F, and before we get started, we'll do a quick 360 spin around just so you can kind of see it. If I could zoom in closer, I would, but this is about as close as you can get. If we have to at the end on the start menu, I'll show you both bikes so you can see it better, but as far as actually seeing them in the game, here you go. And I think the bike looks really good. I'm really happy with it. Again, they did an awesome job on it, and I think it looks just as good as anything else. So let's take it out for a spin and see if it's any better than the Kawasaki. Man, you know, I'm just saying, the bikes all feel the same to me. They all really do, but I don't know. The YZ feels pretty good right now. It feels pretty good. Alright, let's switch to third person after that goon moment in the air. And see if we can get a decent lap on this thing. Got that quad. Got that quad. Throw a nice little whip there. Can we still get the inside? Heck yeah, we can. Heck yes, we can. Smooth lap. Let's get a smooth lap. Let's finish this out smooth, even if we have to tippy-toe into the corners. Throw a nice big whip and, whoa, not hit that. Go into first person and get one more lap in this before we switch on over to the last bike we're gonna show off, and that's the YZ 125, which I'm super excited about. Hopefully that looks really good. Getting a little sideways. Kind of pushed out of that rut, but I don't know, things look better in first person. In third person, that might have looked horrible. In first person, it really didn't look that bad. Bring it back around and call it good. So 3 really quick laps. I know they're pretty quick, but again, some of these camera angles I struggle in, and it's really tough for me to ride around like that. So that's the YZ450. I'm really happy with it. I think it looks really, really good. And I'm trying to show it to you the best I can by trying to get the camera angles. Again, I've said it before, I'd really like to do this, but let's face it, I'm going to crash if that happens. So we kind of have to keep it hanging off to the side a little bit. So I'm going to go pick up the YZ125, and I will be right back at Savannah. So we're back at Savannah. We just grabbed the YZ125, and the thing is awesome. This is the skin that I was actually most excited for. It's not something that I'll use a lot, but for me, it's kind of like in real life. You know, it's fun to get on the 125 and go burn some laps off. Well, it's kind of the same for me in the game. It's just something different and something that I enjoy. It feels very similar to the other 125 in the game, but if nothing else, it looks really, really cool. So let's see if we can go put in a couple laps here. So we're getting around it decent. I am hitting the preload quite a bit. For me on the 125, we can lose a lot of momentum really quickly. So I'm bumping the clutch a lot and keeping those RPMs up and spinning out. Alright, let's switch on over to third person, see if we can get a better lap in. Oh, what are you talking about? We got the quad. Wasn't clean, but hey, you know, we got over it and we didn't go down, so that's the main thing. It's kind of ugly, but whoa, what? What are you doing? What are you doing? You gotta stay on the bike, man. You gotta stay on the bike. Can't come off the bike in the rut. Can't do that. Can't do that. So pretty ugly laps, but nonetheless, the bike's awesome. The bike's a lot of fun. I don't know. It's fun. It's really fun, but no, it's just like, it feels to me, it feels exactly like the other 125 in the game. Came up a little short. See, the 125, I'm bumping the clutch a lot. You know, I like that. I like that you have to do that, that it's not something that you aren't doing that on, because you would be doing that. But still, sometimes it's kind of weird. Like, sometimes I'll just lose momentum for no reason. Other times, you know, it makes sense, but there's some places like I'll be just going max speed down a straight and we'll just lose all our power completely, all our speed, everything. Throw a little baby whip and oh, we didn't go down. Wow, that was insane. I didn't get the whip back around, but yeah, that's the YZ125. Not exactly pretty laps, but the main thing was that's the skin. You can check it out and see what you think of it. And me personally, I like them all. What's my favorite skin? That's a tough question for me. What's my favorite skin? I'm gonna go with the YZ125. I'm gonna say that this is my favorite skin. I think this looks spot on with the way the real bike looks. Well, I mean, they all do. I think all of them look spot on with the way the actual bikes look, but I don't know. I got that special little place in my heart for the YZ125. Maybe it's because I have one and it's one of my favorite bikes I've ever had. I don't know, but I love me the YZ125. I think the YZ450, the 250, the KX450F, 250F, I think they all look really good, and I think they're worth $299. I really do. I think they are. So there you go. You kind of get an idea of what they look like. The 250s would look exactly the same basically, but I didn't feel like buying the 250s. So I hope you enjoyed that. I know we went to Savannah again, but it's just a track where I feel like I can get decent laps with those different camera angles. And I wanted to be somewhere where I didn't have to preload a whole lot. So this is where we chose. This is the YZ125. One last little 360 view of it, and yeah, we'll go from there, I guess. Before we head out, because the video is probably getting a little bit long, I wanted to come to the change vehicle screen just so you could see the bike better. It's closer, it's more detailed, and you can still see what it looks like. You can just see it better. So there's a much better view of the YZ125. Let's see if we can find ourselves a Kawasaki KX450F. There's the KX450F. Looks really good. I don't know. I said the YZ was my favorite. I'm not so sure. I kind of like the way the KX450 looks. I think they did a really, really good job with that. And you can get a better view of it. So there's the 450F. And let's find the YZF450 right there. She looks good. She looks really good. I'm really happy with it. They did an awesome job with all the bikes. They did a really good job. But there, you can see them a little bit closer up, and maybe that'll help your decision on whether or not you wanted to buy them or which ones you wanted to buy. So thank you so much for the support on the series. It really means a lot. Encore is still one of my favorite games to play. I'm hoping that eventually in the future they'll add some more tracks maybe and things like that. But I'm happy. I'm just happy to have all the bikes and to be able to finally get the Kawasaki and the Yamaha. So thank you so much for the support on this series. You guys and girls are absolutely amazing. And until the next video, take it easy.